about the other day
Maybe.
with Tyler and Nick? I'm just kidding. Nothing was
Oh
planned.
my god. Yeah.
Inception.
Okay. No. Nothing was planned. Right.
Is that Discord being a dick again?
Yeah.
It's
I
been
think
getting
so,
worse.
Do we want to try a different region or?
I mean, I don't think that fixed last time, but
I will
Pocket?
say I didn't notice it until I started Audacity recording.
I heard you saying it, but it wasn't until Glenn got like excited there that Discord decided to be a dick.
Yeah, Glenn was talking and I started my recording and then it started popping. It was like, oh, I wonder if it's just taking too much.
Hopefully not.
Well, we are live and going. So, I probably should go on Twitter to retweet. I get yelled at. Copy. Oh, it's there.
Baby. Oh, baby. Baby.
The name of our show?
Casual Quest Masters.
Okay.
What?
What?
What is happening?
What is this? Nick,
Yes. Hi.
there's nothing up for the link for Twitch on Twitter.
Well, just give the bot a minute.
We're all like, the horror, the shock.
But Nick, don't you want to do it and then have the bot cover over it and then everybody just retweets the bot?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do.
You're a real champ. Well, it's taken too long. Fuck you, bot. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Wahoo.
I am ready.
Hey, Nick, you see my top hat?
Yeah. I see your top hat.
And my
your cane.
my fucking pimp cane I bought drunkenly for whatever reason. I don't know. I got a pimp cane now.
I have a back scratcher.
Oh, maybe this could be my staff. This is the staff that what's this Vol gave me. It's a Wanda or a Staff of the War Mage +1, isn't it, Glenn?
I mean, whatever it is, it's still back in Waterdeep, so.
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter, my god. Yes, Neverwinter.
Aww.
My brain is weird.
Is this
Oh,
appropriate?
why you no give me staff? Empty promises.
Should be fine for stream.
Promises.
All right. Good to go. Final vapes, tangents, and all that before we get rocking.
Good to go.
My chair can lean all the way back now.
I'm good to go. I was too legit. I was too legit to quit, but now I'm unlegit, so I must quit.
Glenn, how old are you?
He's older than all of us.
All right.
He's got the hat back and everything. He is the epitome of hello, fellow teenagers.
I was literally just gonna find that kid.
I say.
Hello, children. How do you
Back
do?
in, back in my day, we used to play 3.5.
3.5.
Hey, what's wrong with 3.5?
Fuck 3.5.
It was great for magic users, especially wizards.
Mm.
Just have one
You fired
barbarian.
into a crowd where there was people fighting, which gave you immediate inherent disadvantages always.
Yes.
I played a game of Pathfinder and I hit with one spell.
I've
On
never.
like 14 attacks. It was the worst.
Okay, I'm getting really nervous here because your voice sounds distorted on Twitch or Discord, and I don't know if
Is
I
it?
should. Did somebody switch the
everyone?
server?
No, not yet. And yeah, I mean on Discord it sounds distorted, but it
Hang
doesn't
on,
for
I'll do it.
Audacity.
Like, it'll sound great on Audacity.
No.
Whoa.
It'll sound great on Audacity. It's just, it's freaking me out because I'm afraid I'm going to ask you to repeat yourself, and I don't want to do that for you.
Well, it has been for some reason or other. at
Sounds a
one
lot
point
better.
It sounds better. Okay, because it was for a while. It was like building up some sort of static charge, which was causing it to be distorted, but I couldn't hear it. So if you hear me start to get distorted, let me know.
Well, that fixed it, so
Yeah. At
shut
least
the
that
fuck
wasn't
up,
the issue.
Brandon.
What do you mean?
Are
He's like
you-
a bleeding goat.
Hey,
I'll tell
new
you
character
what.
sheet.
Delivering pizzas, you practice a lot of fucking shit with your voice. I wonder if I could do that, and then you practice each delivery. Like, oh, turns out I can.
If my character dies, can I re-roll like as a goat?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
It-
Magdor's gonna die this round.
yeah,
then.
say it's
I don't really
recorded.
know what the leveling chart looks like for a goat, but
Which is like
You
run it
mean
off
no
like
head
a
bash?
run it off a furbog or something. It's like it's a like a specifically magical goat.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 feet high, has a carrying capacity of 400 pounds.
It's the reincarnation of Nox
goat
as a
things.
goat.
Moo moo,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Bitch,
I
I'm a
tried
goat.
to swear, but everything would get bleeded. Oh shit! Nick's not smiling to that.
I think Nick's ready to go.
It wasn't that funny.
Hey, we're live.
Yeah, we are.
Ayo.
Okay.
We're live on the internet with Saturday Night Live. Nope. Okay.
Hey guys, get your dice ready because we're back to another session of Casual Quest Masters. Welcome back to our own favorite room, everybody. Representing Neverwinter is Nikhil Chodimella.
Hi, I play Vol, and he is tense.
Ooh, is he a wigwam or a teepee?
You're a teepee. You're a wigwam. You're a teepee. You're a wigwam. Relax, man. You're too tense.
And Brandon Thresher.
I'm Magdor Bandiron, and I'm going out on a limb, but we might have a fight ahead of us.
Dang, I don't have one on me. Shoot. The changeling who doesn't know that he's friends with the crow. I don't know. Last but certainly not least. Okay. Is our all-powerful dungeon master Glenn Houston. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. Thanks for asking.
Okay,
I'm
I
the
thought
dungeon master.
you were gonna start pantomiming. I was like, okay,
Oh, did
nope.
you see me doing the thing? That was the thing
He
where
did
the
the
kid's
GIF
like
thing.
doing the computer
Ah.
and then he looks and then does the
Ooh.
thumbs up.
Oh, hello. Didn't see you there.
Oh, I was just on my computer moving the mouse around. Look at me. I have a haircut from the early 90s. How you guys
You
doing?
have hair to have a haircut, Glenn.
I
Ouch. Ooh.
Wow.
Sounds like Vol's gonna have some unlucky encounters today.
Yep, there's 10 of them. Let me roll to see who goes after who. 1 to Nox, 1 to Magdor, 8 to Vol. Wow.
so weird. It's just how the dice
Glenn, I didn't
roll
hear-
in
I
my
didn't-
brain.
I didn't hear the dice at the table. Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to. Oh, by the way, Nox, you get inspiration. I was like, 8 to Vol.
Oh, look. Look, Nox and Magdor are level 20 and Vol's level 1 and a baby.
Oh,
Still kicked
Dang.
off his ass.
Some Discord in the Discord group.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like
I
right
that.
before
I mean,
we
see, it's all in my favor because somebody would have to land a spell on me, and we know that's not going to happen.
I mean, I did cast Bless. I casted that on you? Yeah. You
Okay.
become
You're gonna bless me and
unwilling.
attack you harder.
Baby slap.
Oh, okay. Why do we always have to fight, Nick?
Let's
thought
let's
we
do
were
the recap,
friends.
gentlemen. Let's get this started.
You're not my
Oh,
real
do we have to
dad.
play?
Who's doing that now?
Oh shoot.
Uh,
Let's see. Well, looking good. Looking good.
I rolled a 15.
Love it.
I rolled a 7.
And I rolled a 4.
All right. That's you, Brandon.
What?
Right?
Yeah, I was like, hey, Brandon said it first. He must think he's not doing it. Yeah.
Is it
Roll the
highest?
highest.
I
Yeah.
thought it was lowest. Shit.
Fucking
Damn it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the recap.
Who wrote it?
I did.
Oh, that's
Edgar
bullet points,
Allan
that's
Poe
fine.
quality over here. Jeez. You stole my bullet points? Nick, you used the number things last time. But why?
Nick, you
Well,
turned
I
us all
changed
into
my fucking mind.
chaos.
All right, you know what?
All right. No, don't. No, I gotta read that. Stop. What are you doing?
I thought you were about to delete it, so you can't have shit. You just delete the.
Can
That'd be
I
great.
control Z? Do I have access for that? All right.
You might.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Sir.
The gang packs up camp and heads towards Luskin. Nothing interesting happens until they come across an old man on the road, man or woman, who has magical trunk in his donkey cart. I'm sorry, I didn't read this beforehand, so that
This
just
is
caught me off
Edgar in
guard.
his
not wrong.
lesser years.
This is not incorrect.
It's not wrong. It just the wording was too much for me.
The donkey cart.
Magdor attempts to make a deal with this man, but the man asks for a strange payment. Magdor then goes into the fucking trunk looking for alcohol,
Hell
Doesn't
yeah,
find
man,
any-
in the
any-
funkin' truck.
and he asks the old man for information about Ethereum. The old man agrees but asks for payment, a memory or knowledge, either the memory or knowledge of his friends or the material he seeks. Magdor makes the trade, but I can't remember which one he takes. Magdor agrees to help the old man in exchange for the materials.
A
that he seeks.
favor.
A favor for the old man could come at any time. The only condition that Magdor had was it couldn't be an evil act. So the man gave Magdor, I think it was a scroll in a lockbox. Yeah, a scroll in a lockbox, but not the key. Meanwhile, Nox and Vol are on the surface, anxious and hatching a plan to break in and save Magdor. Eventually, Magdor rises from the depths of the alcohol chambered stairs to the group waiting on top of him. And they continue on their journey after bidding farewell to an old man who identified himself as Brandon. Vol makes the executive decision to travel through the night, and he notices something in the dark, and it's not the crow that Tyler learned how to summon or the warhammer that Magdor learned how to make.
This sounds passive aggressive.
This feels like it wasn't written by Magdor, that's for sure.
This was definitely written by a man of few words.
Yeah.
It was, and it was
True to
definitely it was a scroll container, like an old timey locked metallic ancient looking scroll container that you have to
Is
figure
it
out.
like
how to
metal? I can't see if there's actually anything in there.
You can hear it if you like shake it around. You can hear that there's something inside that moves around as you move it, but like you don't know for sure if it has anything in it. You
I
agreed to
don't
the
know.
deal and he handed you this scroll container. And you got mad. Remember, you were like, "But is it locked?" And he was like, "Yes, I simply said I would provide it. I did not say that it would not be more difficult to open." You know, like
well, actually,
so
as you pull up the
inside-
contract.
whenever you realize how to open this or figure out how to open this thing, you'll be able to get another clue as to the location and direction
More
you
and
need
more
to go to find it.
clues nonstop.
A clue. It's like Blue's Clues.
Well, I know our next step once we get to Luskin. See how this
Ooh.
warhammer treats it.
For an inspiration point, what is the name of the person that you are looking for in Luskin? Since it's been so long since we were guys.
You're
it all
asking
makes
Brandon
sense.
that, correct?
I'm asking the group. Whoever
Oh.
answers
No,
first.
you're
Brandon?
asking Brandy.
No, I'm asking the group. Whoever
No, no,
answers
no.
first gets the inspiration.
Well, we defer to Brandon as our senior experience master, as well as our lore keeper. I believe the person in charge of
Oh.
keeping all details. And of course, Brandon's been doing that like down to the T. And he has like a memory of like an angry ex-wife. He's got it locked down.
I didn't write his name down.
I
just wrote
it starts
down
with a
Jerome.
B. Starts with a B.
Nope.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn.
I mean, yep. It has a B in it.
Yeah, I didn't write it down. I just wrote down his
Charlemagne B.
No.
Oh damn.
Sparkle
Can I roll?
Spark.
Can I roll the? Yeah. Sparkle Sparks is our true enemy. Can
Sparks.
you imagine that our horse turns into the person we are hunting for?
It's just a transfigured. The person was just turned into your horse.
Should I give Sparkle Spark a coin to hold?
It's like embedded in their like horseshoe or something.
Amazon wagons
Like
planned to
Andy.
stow away the drow fugitive over to Luskan, but they needed a plan. Transforming or polymorphing it into the horse known as Sparkle Sparks, they team it up with the adventurers that they were swearing to kill. That person, as we safely transport him to Luskan. Oh, sorry. Oh, did I
Turns out it
ruin your
wasn't
plan?
actually- it wasn't actually Vol's brother that freed him. Sparkle Spark was just, fuck this, I've had enough. Started walking away, and then Goliath just kind of tackled him. It's like, all right, I'll stay. I'm sorry.
So we still
Max-
don't know the name of the person that you're searching
Nope,
for.
no clue. Can't remember.
What happened
No.
at the very end of your last session that where we kind of left off? Because I don't know if that was covered in the end of the recap.
Vol
Yeah.
noticed something suspicious in the dark.
There we go. Cool. Perfect. It was there. Thank
Is
you.
that their name? Suspicious in the Dark?
I mean, there was some people moving around in the dark that looked to Vol as though they were setting up for an ambush.
Oh, we're I guess note to self, check dossier for name of person we're going after.
I mean, if one of you would make a history check, I could probably tell you. Mhm.
Oh man, Glenn, you're so kind to us. Bless you. Good sir, what does a 5 get me?
It started with a C.
Crap. I think its name is Crap.
I rolled a 20.
A 20? Great. Yeah, his name was Sibson.
Simpson.
It was Cibsesien. Sibsian, technically.
Simpson. Okay.
Also known as Charlemagne B in some countries, but since we are in Faerun. Okay, so I guess I didn't really say what I was doing. I think my character would be asleep in the back of the wagon at this point, just because it's past their nighttime or their bedtimes. So
Yeah, because Vol wanted to push through till
Yeah.
you got to town.
right.
Great. And now, Vol, you're the only one privy to this information since it's late and they're probably both crashed in the back.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think he'd be paying attention too much to what's going on in the cab. Yeah. So, Magdor, what do you think you'd be doing at this point?
Oh, I'm still looking over this scroll thing, trying.
Okay.
Because it's only been
In the
like,
dark
2 or
of
3
night?
hours since then. I can see at night.
Okay, no, that's fair. You're right. I'm the blind boy.
Okay, so I see things at the edge of my vision. I have goggles of night.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about 60 feet out.
Mhm.
Vol's gonna slow down the
Okay.
cart, but not in like a suspicious way. Yes, Brandon.
Real quick, before we get into this, I just wanted to
Yeah.
say how very fitting it was that Vol remembered who we were hunting, and neither me or Nox had any idea.
Crossed my
But
mind.
anyway, keep going.
With the plus 0
Um,
too. That's a gift.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. The cart's gonna slow down. I'm gonna try to get Magdor to take over driving, and Volt's gonna sneak off into the darkness.
So yeah, Magdor, you feel the cart slow down, and what do you say to him to get him to do that? Vol.
Magdor, are you awake?
I am working on this scroll.
We've got trouble ahead. I need you to take over driving this for now.
Uh, Can I even reach it? I'm gonna climb up onto the benches and kind of try to take the reins from him.
All right.
Should we wake him up? Her
Try
up.
waking up the.
Then
Try waking up. I'm gonna go sneak into the darkness and shadow, and then ambush
Wait.
whatever's trying to attack us.
You're not
how am I
my
supposed to
real
wake him up
father.
if I'm on the reins.
That's a good point. I didn't think this far. I'll wake him up as I get up.
Oh,
and so I'm gonna
Sparkles, Sparks, you're nuzzling me.
Knox.
Oh,
And then
yes,
I'm gonna
Sparkles.
do like a slap on the cheek, but like a little firm.
Yeah. Not enough to hurt him, but definitely
No.
wakes you up.
Yeah.
So when he does that, like when he's asleep, he can't really hold his form, so he's like slowly popping the bra, so to speak. So like he's kind of goopy in the side of his face as like, so it's like hitting wet play or just. It's like, oh,
Knox,
why?
we've got trouble.
Why?
Got trouble. Be quiet.
I put away Firebolt, and
and then as I say that, I'm gonna hop off the cart and skulk into the darkness.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check. As
sir.
now we have two people on the cart. Magdor, he didn't tell you anything. He just said take
Yeah,
the
he said
reins
there's trouble.
and said there's trouble, but like didn't point anything out to you. So what do you do now that
I'm
you
just-
and Nox are both awake?
Keeping the cart going at the speed he had.
Okay. I love it.
I rolled a 16 on my stealth.
Oh wow, great job. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I would like kind of like I'm like just barely awake at this point. And it's like, Magdor, what's going on?
I don't know. He just said there's trouble, and he told me keep going.
What? Okay, what's the plan?
I don't know. I'm gonna look out and see.
And I will
So-
also like lean over the edge. I have absolutely. Wait, did you hand me the night vision goggles, or did you
No,
keep
I
them?
took them with me into the darkness.
Okay, I peer into absolute darkness. What do I see, Glenn?
In the darkness, you can see on the edge of, because with the moonlight coming down, you can still see dimly at about 60 feet. So
Okay.
the absolute darkness, you still can see, but like making any sort of discernible check would be impossible. You can see that it looks like you're about to pass through. The road is about to kind of make its way into about 60 feet ahead. Into kind of like a little outcropping of trees as it continues north. But you can just like kind of see that grayscale, bushiness of like the different sorts of foliage between the bushes and the tree tops.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
And you have dark vision,
I'm not-
so
Yeah, I'm not like investigating. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out.
yeah, with your better vision, just naturally being, you're a mountain dwarf, right?
Hildorf. Yeah.
Those
Hildorf,
are fighting
okay.
words, Glenn.
Hey, I just wanted to make sure. With your Hildorf vision being able to see farther in darkness naturally, you can also see that just kind of better. But without sort of, looking for anything specifically, you just kind of hear the wind moving through the trees. You can see the leaves a little more. It's not just a gray mass to you, but you recognize the difference between the bushes and the trees, and you can see, that this path does wind off to the side, so you can't see the other side of where it comes out of this little bit of
Okay.
wood area.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to then go. Oh, I see something. I see something.
What do you see?
I see Sparkle Spark. There ain't nothing out there. He's crazy.
I slap Magdor's back and say, "Look harder, you dipshit guide."
I
I'm
can
gonna-
barely see over the
Die.
horse. What do you want me to look at?
Magdor, do you have something ranged?
Like a weapon or?
Ugh. And I'm just gonna like think hard and like do my algebra math face. I'm like, okay, last time we got people jumping at us, it was apparently Charlemagne's doing. Knox still doesn't know the actual name of this person, but is convinced it's Charlemagne. Knox did see a good picture of what this person we're looking for looks like, correct?
I believe they give you a pretty detailed description and a sketch of what they believed him to look like. Yeah.
Okay. Then, just out of the blue, then I'm gonna turn into this person, and I'm gonna cover myself with the cloak. The best rendition of this Drow figure.
Okay. So as much as you are aware of as far as their physical appearance goes, you turn into it, pull your hood up. Magdor, how do you respond to this? And we'll get to you, Volt. I want to hear what you're doing as far as the
How-
sneaking and moving and stuff here in a second.
How big is Nox now?
I mean, it's relatively similar. That they estimated the guy was between 5'8" and 6 foot sort of thing. So it's an average height sort of humanoid elf.
Right.
human
This is
sort of thing.
abstract art level shit. We're in the middle of the dark. I can, maybe barely remember what he looks like, but I'm gonna try to look like a Drow with a similar hairstyle. And
So sorry. So all I'd really notice is the hair shrinking.
And the fact that his skin turned charcoal and his eyes turned red
Oh,
and his hair is now
I'm
white.
not looking into his eyes.
But his hair
Oh.
turned to white and is falling on the sides of either side of his face. He's got a little bit more prominent because they are creatures of the Underdark. They actually do have decently pronounced canines, not vampiric, but more pronounced than most, and
I'm,
dark skin.
I'm gonna look over and say, "What? You worried about something?"
I I am paranoid, Magdor. Yes, I do dare say I do have some worries.
You sound weird.
And he looks like the guy you guys are supposed to be hunting.
I don't remember him. Have you seen? When did you see this guy?
I was looking at the dossier, my kind sir, and please do not hunt me. I know I look like the person we are trying to hunt, but we are being, I guess, ambushed.
Wait,
I'm
wait. I'm just gonna
look
interrupt.
liberal.
They said this person can change form, and you could change form. You look like him. Now, how do I know you?
I show him the coin.
That's a good idea.
You're very smart, Magdor.
And are you continuing to move forward this whole time, Magdor?
Yeah.
Great. All right.
I
so
don't even know
Nox,
where Vol is.
or sorry, Vol. Let's get to Vol because Vol hopped off, made a very good stealth check. How are you approaching this area which you see these figures moving around?
All right, so before we approach like the curve, it's a straight road, correct?
Yeah,
so I
so
would
it
have
goes
hopped
in
off.
and then it looks like it turns to the right once it goes in to the forest.
Right, so I would have hopped off and head towards the right of the cart,
Mhm.
and probably at a distance where the cart's right at the edge of my vision, so about almost 60 feet out.
We have not.
Uh,
Oh, you did. You have night
I've
vision
got the goggles
normally?
at the night. No,
What do you-
night vision.
Oh,
normally.
okay. I'm
Yeah.
about to say. Okay, cool. Yeah. So about 60 feet back.
And then I'm keeping pace with the cart,
Mhm.
swords drawn,
Mhm.
and eyes ahead, going towards the forward into the upcoming tree line.
Awesome. You do notice as you approach about 30 feet out of the actual tree line itself, you don't know if it's because you were noticed or not, but these figures are now hidden from you as well.
Okay.
As if
Uh-oh.
you know when
Some
a
Jurassic
school
Park
of fish
shit.
scatters from a predator sort of thing. As you got close to a certain point, they moved back. Whether or not that's because your cart is also getting closer or because they saw you, you're not sure.
Am I able to see which direction they might have moved in?
It looks like they just moved deeper. There was like 2 or 3 on either side, like 2 on the left and 3 on the right side of the road. But now it looks like they're a little further in the forest, or this little bit of wood, this patch of wood.
Okay. I'm not gonna chase. I'm still gonna keep like level with the cart, even moving through like the bit of woods that we're about to cross into.
Okay. Once you break into the woods, I'd love for you to make another stealth check if you could.
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
And that's your favorite terrain, right? What's forest?
Favorite terrain is forest. Yes.
So you have advantage on this skill check.
Even also because of the Boots of Elvenkind.
Well, but
21.
the Boots of Elvenkind is if it only relies on sound. This one is sound
Oh, okay.
and sight,
Okay.
so it wouldn't necessarily apply, but definitely the forest part. So what'd you
Okay.
get?
21.
Damn. Okay, even better. Makes sense. You love the dice, man. They do the right thing. So yeah, the cart moves forward and kind of equidistantly ahead. Vol moves ahead into the forest, and let me go ahead and make some checks. Okay, so on your right, what's your passive perception, Vol?
20.
Okay, you can see on your right there are two people, and on the left, so like actually to the right side of the road. Let me make sure
Right.
clarify that. You see two people. Previously, remember seeing three, but they could have moved around. And then on the left side of the road, you see another two. So it seems as though you're missing one of them, but you've got four of them in line of sight. Two of them are not carrying any weapons, but look as though they have either an arcane focus or some sort of like component pouch. Two of the other ones are sorry, three of them are look as though they're carrying some sort of arcane focus or component pouch. Another one of them is just wielding what looks like a hook and hammer in either hand, and is waiting in the bushes right off to the left side of the road, waiting to ambush, probably getting close.
Okay, so they look like they're getting ready to attack.
Whenever the cart gets close enough, yeah.
Which one of them is closest to me?
One of the ones that has the like an arcane focus out. It's like very quietly you can see a little tiny bit of light, just enough because you're closer to see in their hand. It looks as though they're probably readying some sort of spell to attack at um, the cart as it comes into the woods.
And they don't know I'm there.
They don't seem to recognize that you're there.
Dun, dun.
I'm gonna sheath my swords and pull out my longbow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Awesome.
take a shot at the closest one to me, which you said was an arcane user.
Okay. As you shoot, you feel the draw of the longbow, and you hear the the string taut, and as you release, you hear that as it whizzes into the woods. But right before that moment, right before you release the twang of the this bow, a sudden cloud of fog appears in the forest and emanating outside of as the cart enters the forest. So you're gonna make the attack, but with disadvantage because of the fog, and everybody needs to roll initiative.
Do you want the attack first?
Yeah, I'm gonna let it happen and not worry about the surprise condition.
Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit.
And I'm also going. So I've never used this, so I also want to use Hail of Thorns.
Okay. That's a bonus action before you make the attack.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. No, you are correct. No. Okay.
But that's okay. It's the first time. We'll say you did it. You prepared it as a part of the attack this time. But next time, just remember you got to do it as a bonus action beforehand.
I didn't know that.
Preparatory. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. You're totally fine.
What a hero.
So I'll do. Oh, okay. Never mind. 4 damage on the actual arrow, and then let me just read through this. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay, roll the damage.
1d10. That was a 10. That was the full 10.
All right. Yeah. So you don't see too much, but it doesn't look like, because the fog is now lightly obscuring the whole area, which gives disadvantage, I believe. Let me look up light obscuring. Lightly obscured. There it is. Thank you, internet. Go. Lightly obscured, dim light, patchy fog, or moderate foliage. Disadvantage on wisdom perception checks. That's it. It is going to mean that you're going to have kind of a hard time locating their exact location because of
Right.
the darkness and the fog at this point. But
Okay.
yeah, so but for what you saw as the fog kind of popped up, you think he probably took the full brunt of that.
Okay.
So good job, and let's hear those initiatives, boys.
I rolled a 6.
Thank you, Nox.
I rolled a
I got a
12.
Okay.
I got a 7.
And a 7. Beautiful. So the first one to go is someone that you previously did not see, Vol, as after the fog kind of like permeates the area, out of the fog charges a person that you did not see before who's wielding a longsword, and they're going to attack you twice with said longsword.
Okay.
What is your armor class, please?
16.
16. Only one hits you.
Okay.
Ooh. Now that's dumb. Sorry, I was
I
reading
think-
features of the creature. You take a total of 9 slashing damage as one attack misses, but the second one strikes true, slashing across your shoulder.
Okay. Okay.
And this person's wearing like a large hat with a feather, like a large feather coming out of it. And now that you're kind of close to him, you can tell he seems to be like a man of the sea, somebody who has spent time on boats. And that's the end of his turn. And the next one to go is Yuval.
I'm gonna
Because
drop
aside from
my
you and
bow.
him, everybody else rolled lower than a 10.
I'm gonna drop my longbow and draw my swords and attack.
Okay.
Like he's now next to me and I can see
Do
him.
you have the dual wielder
clearly, right?
feat?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I was about to say otherwise you couldn't do that.
2 weapon fighting.
No, do it. You can only draw or stow one weapon per turn.
Okay, so I could drop a bow and draw 1 weapon.
Yes, drop a bow and
Okay.
draw one, and next turn you can draw your second. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what the dual wielder feat affords you a bonus to AC as well as the ability to draw or stow 2 weapons.
I see. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So I will draw my main sword and I will attack.
Love it.
Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Fuck.
It actually like gets like because you're using short swords, yes.
Yes.
So it's piercing damage. So you definitely get him, but it's like on his sleeve, and you feel it get caught up in the chain mail that he's wearing, and you pull it back, and it doesn't seem to have done any damage.
Okay. Is there anything else I can do?
Here, I will allow you to lose half your movement to draw the other weapon.
No, that's fine. I am going to use Hunter's Mark
Okay,
on this man that I see in front of me.
perfect. Love it.
Put that for
All
anybody
right.
else who wants to read it up. Yeah.
Do you want to move at all?
No, I'm locked in combat with this person now.
Okay.
He's upset me. He got the drop on me.
Fair enough. I mean, you got a drop on them, but he got the drop on you. So I mean, quid pro quo. So
Yeah.
great job though. All right, cool. The next person to go is the one you saw with the hook and hammer that was kind of waiting in the bushes as he jumps out and is going to attack at Magdor. And so Magdor, while you have started to move, you're about 10 feet into this kind of wooded area, and somebody jumps out of the forest and attacks you. We'll say
Jesus.
odds or evens, boys.
Odds.
Great. He's going after you with the hook, not the hammer. And this is a hit. You thought it because of the darkness, you thought it was a hook that was in his hand, but it is his hand. What is your armor class?
16.
Okay, just barely get you. Dealing 5 piercing damage, and you are currently grappled. As the hook is literally like embedded in your leg, and he goes,
In my leg?
"Gotcha!" And that's the end of his turn. Yeah, it's in your leg. And it's now your turn, Magdor. Man, love when the dice just like get this like 2-person fighting. It's like everyone fighting each other is next to each other in the initiative.
So I'm sitting in the cart still.
Uh-huh.
And he's just hanging off of me, right?
Yep.
So all right. So I'm gonna look down. I'm like, "Oi, you got me, huh?" And I'm gonna grab both of my war hammers.
You can only draw
Shove-
or stow one weapon per
I
turn.
have dual wielding.
Oh, you have the dual wielder feet?
Yep. I learned from
Okay,
Vol.
good man. Good man. Okay.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna grab both. Well, I'm gonna shove one into my hand.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna shove beautiful into my left robotic metal arm.
Yep.
And then I have the other one, and I'm just gonna fucking take both of them down and just smash them.
Love it.
With
And
both
you
of them.
you have a +1 to AC now too, while you're
Yeah.
wielding 2 weapons. Cool.
So let me.
Because that's going to be action and bonus action to attack twice, right?
Right.
Cool.
The first one missed. It was a 8.
Do you know? It was an 8. Yeah, that misses.
And the other one was an 18
definitely hits.
for 11 damage.
11. Wow, good job. That's a solid hit. So the first one misses, but
11
the second
bludgeoning.
one definitely hits hard.
I'm not
job.
used to, 2 hammers at once.
Rah, rah, rah. You just do both at the same time. It's like what's that movie where Andy Samberg plays the stuntman? He's like ultimate punch, and he kicks with both feet or one foot in both hands at the same time. Super,
The
super not an ultimate
Kick-Ass?
punch.
Was it the Rocket Man?
No.
thinking
Oh
of
my
something else?
god. I don't remember what it's called right now. I love that
But yeah.
movie.
But yeah, so
but-
he comes down. He tries to do
Ooh,
it
that
with
effect.
both, but he just kind of comes 1, 2,
Yeah.
just misses with 1.
Love it. But that one hit hurt. So you cracked him across the face, and he's got a solid like mark from your warhammer on his skull. Did you want to move? I guess you're grappled, so you can't
Can I,
move.
like,
You have a speed of
Shake it
0.
all, or?
No, it takes your action to get out of grapple.
Okay.
So
All right. No,
um,
he could stay hooked in there. That's fine.
he's hooked himself into death there. All right, Nox, it is now your turn.
Absolutely.
Hell
If-
yeah.
yeah. This person sees this stoic, tall drow step over behind Magdor and looks down with cold, red eyes and goes, "Now, why are you ambushing the person that sent you for the ambush, you imbecile?" And, I am, does he respond to anything when I say that?
He looks confused.
Idiot. And I am going to cast behind him spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And you see this 5-foot tall bastard sword of glowing light just illuminate behind him. And it just lights up the entire area. Like, this is the only thing that could really be like, it was dark under the moonlight, but suddenly this giant radiance comes from behind him. And that is going to be my bonus action, and it's going to take a swing at him. Does
And it has advantage.
Okay. I critted then.
That's my rule on spiritual weapon is that it can have advantage. It cannot grant advantage. So if it is flanking with you and an ally, its attacks can be advantage, but it cannot give you advantage.
Awesome. Well, with advantage, then I would have rolled a nat 20 for a 26.
Well, man, nat 20, double that damage, man. Double it.
You got it, dude. Let's see.
You got it, dude.
Normally it's 1d8 plus 4 force damage, so it's gonna be a 2d8 plus 4, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see, 2d8 plus 4. It's gonna hit for 14 force damage.
Oh my god. That's so much damage. You guys are fucking this guy up so bad. Okay. Awesome.
And,
And
Too
you still
close
have
to
an
Sparkle
action.
Spark.
And yeah, he gets hacked by this giant glowing bastard sword, and I'm just gonna point at him and say, "I should have checked your resume." And I'm gonna cast Firebolt at him for a 19 if I don't have advantage.
19 hits.
Okay, that's gonna score for a max damage for a 10. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you
Our
burn
dice
his
today.
head off.
Jesus.
Yeah,
He is
like
headless.
what the dungeon master said. And I'll shout out, if there's anybody else too stupid to ambush the person that sent you on the ambush, come forward and I shall give you a promotion.
Awesome.
And that's going to be
Inspiration point. Also, the
Yeah.
hook is still in your leg, Magdor, but all you have to do is choose to pull it.
Well, so if it's part of his body, so is his dead body just hanging from my
He's
leg? right
hanging
now?
from your leg. Yeah.
Is he still
Alright.
grappled for that then, or?
No, he's not grappled. He just has to tell me he pulls it out because there's no muscle behind it. It's just like the body of a person. Anyway, anything else for you?
That
Good turn,
I'm
Knox.
gonna say that's you know what? I'm gonna hop down next
Okay.
to Sparkle Sparks and maybe like run a hand across her back as I step forward. Just right next to the sword, to look out to see if anybody would approach. Or more than likely get hit by arrows. One of the two, we'll see.
Okay. In the fog, for what it's worth, you can hear the sound of combat off to your right in the woods, but you can't see anybody, and you can't see anybody else because of the fog and the darkness.
Okay.
Currently, but that might change very soon.
I'm gonna say,
and that was
they
everything
heard-
for you.
Yep, they heard me shouting, so let's see if we can pull some attention.
Awesome. Well, at that moment, you see 3 bits of light start to emanate from different parts of the air, or like from 3 different points in the darkness. You see little bits of blue light start to glow and become brighter and brighter as 2 rays come out of the forest at you. What is your armor class?
My armor class is 14.
14. Okay, yeah, I hit you twice.
And what
Um,
spell is this?
This is Rays of Frost.
Okay, yep, okay. This is gonna hurt.
A little bit. Oh, well, not when I roll like that. Definitely could have been a lot worse. That's a total of 8 damage.
Okay.
But your so 8 frost damage and your cold damage, sorry, and your speed is reduced by 20 feet until the start of these people's next turn. As you're literally like just frozen up. You're getting frozen up. And then one of those attacks is going to come in at a Vol, actually.
Where's the Frosty?
Does a 15 hit?
Eat shit, wizard.
But now you will know where all of them are, as that is also kind of pushed the fog out of the way, the blast of the Ray of Frost. You can see that there are 3 wizardy type people out there, as well as now, because of that Ray of Frost coming at Vol, you can see that combat kind of happening. The fog has been pushed away a bit. Everybody's you're aware of it, where everyone is. And that's the end of their turns as they attempt to do that. And now it is back to the top with the person that is fighting you, Vol. First attack coming in. What's your armor class again? 16?
16.
Okay, this hits you, but it does not do damage. It knocks your sword out of your hand. The
Okay.
second attack is going to go at you. And I got a 14. Wait, 14? Oh, nope, not even. 13. Misses. So the first attack hits, knocks your sword out of your hand. Second attack misses. And that's the end of his turn as he goes, pick up your sword. And that's the end of his turn, and it's now your turn, Vol.
I don't need to pick up a fucking sword, and I'm gonna draw my other sword and attack him.
Nice. All right, roll for it.
Let's see here. There's a 23 hit
Yeah, it does.
for 4 damage, and let's see. I have to remind myself what Hunter's Mark does. Sorry.
Adds a d6 damage.
D6. Okay, let me just roll that. 4. So 8 total.
Awesome. Great, yeah. So you call his bluff and pull your other sword and hit him. Great job. Anything else?
What would I have to do to pick up my sword?
You can pick it up. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you can interact with one. You're not drawing or stowing it. You can just pick it up off the ground.
Right. So as I swing with my with that sword, I'm gonna pick it up, kind of like
Yeah.
kind of like
Is that
fuck
part of
you.
the action?
Oh, yeah.
You still have your bonus action.
Okay, then I'm gonna make that swing.
Yeah, you can swing again.
And will he
Yeah,
take? Will he take
acrobatics
another?
here.
Will he take another d6? Because
Yeah.
like, so it's on every hit.
Does it say once per turn on
Um,
Hunter's Mark?
let me double check here.
I believe it's when you hit with an attack.
Whenever I hit with the weapon attack.
Yep.
Okay, so that was with my normal short sword, and then this is coming with my +1. Does a 19 hit?
Mm-hmm.
For
Should be-
7 damage
Oh my god.
and 3 extra, so 10 total.
Good work.
Yeah.
I thought he had the upper hand, and you just turned that fight around like that. Good work. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna get close to him.
Well, I mean, I figure
as
you
close
already
as, no, but as close as I can, and just look him in the eyes, like just stare him down. I'm assuming, like, I'm a Goliath, so I'm taller than him, so I'm just gonna be looking down at him.
That's a lot to assume. All right. No, you're fine. Yeah, you loom over him. Even if he was a tall human, you would be much taller.
Yeah.
Looming over him after calling his bluff about the sword and then fucking him up pretty hard. He's looking pretty worse for wear.
And I'm
You
gonna
stand
say,
over him.
swing again.
Do it. Hit me. Awesome. All right. Well, that means we're moving on to Magdor because the guy with the hook would have gone, but his hook is just hanging out in your leg now, Magdor.
Can I
Eh.
see Vol and this guy fighting?
Yep. They're about 15 feet to your right in the
How
woods.
am I right? All right. So I'm gonna look over and be, kind of yell out, "Hey, Vol, you want to help us with these mages?" And I'm going
In a minute.
In a minute. How about
Daddy's
now?
having fun.
And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt to the guy that he's fighting.
Oh, great. Cool. So does he make a save or did you make an attack on Guiding Bolt?
I make an attack
Perfect.
on hit. Target takes. Yeah. All right. So let me. Shit. I rolled a 7.
Now that does miss.
Well,
So a
I'm gonna be
bolt
like,
of
"Well,
light shoots through the forest, illuminating everything around it for a moment as it shoots between you, Vol, and the guy you're fighting.
Watch your fire.
just make sure not to follow the light."
All right.
And,
Gonna do anything else?
I guess I'll take this guy's body off of mine and just let it drop to the ground.
Yeah, you pull the hook out and it just slumps to the ground. Easy. All right.
And
Anything else?
actually, I'm gonna walk towards Vol.
So you hop off the cart and then start. You can get
Yeah.
all the way to him if you want.
I'm just gonna come up and stand next to him and say, "Are you almost done here?" And that's it. That'll be the end of my
Oh
turn.
my god,
Easy,
you're so
Magdor.
audacious. Okay. Nox, you're up.
Do I see the mages that hit me with these? Okay.
You do indeed.
How clearly do I see them?
Enough that you're not gonna have any sort of disadvantage when attacking them.
Okay.
So you can see their upper torsos because that was kind of the area that was illuminated because of the force of the outward force of the spell being created and cast.
Okay. I guess the first thing I would say is, Krosov helped me. And I'm gonna try to ask Krosov to give me the help action if you're okay with that.
Oh yeah. That's part of what the find familiar. Yeah, the familiar can take the help action. So how is he giving you the help action?
He's perched on my shoulder, and this looks like some crap. What is the name of the guy with the crows from League of Legends?
Wayne.
Oh, Grandpa. Yeah, Swain.
Swain, yeah. Like, I look like a drow version of Swain at this point, as this crow just kind of swoops off and maybe like tries to hack at one of the mages. Just a quick swoop in to catch his eyes away.
All right,
And-
so you do have 1, 2, and 3 from left to right. Which one would you like to have him go towards?
There's 3 mages. Okay, I'm
Mhm.
gonna say the first one.
Cool. So we'll go left. That's number 1. Yeah. Awesome. This is the one that had already taken a bit of damage as well. This is the one that got shot at by Vol.
Okay. And I'm gonna look. Was this also maybe the one that shot at me? Or
This is
Okay.
one of the 2 that shot at you.
Okay, I'm gonna look eyeball these two that shot at me. I'm gonna Oprah some promotions their way if I could, and I'm gonna start to cast chromatic orb 2nd level. I'm gonna use inspiration because I'm going to twin spell this.
Oh,
You
awesome.
see me begin to pull back chromatic orb, and he's gonna go, I'm gonna show you a promotion of a ice spell, my friends. Promotions for everybody. And as I pull it apart, I'm gonna shoot one at the guy that got crowed, and then I'm gonna use inspiration if I can, the one that you gave me for the second one.
Okay, so you want to have the first attack happen normally, second attack with advantage.
Well, the first one would have advantage because of the health action, and then I'm gonna use
Oh.
inspiration second.
Big brain, 200
Is that-
IQ over here.
Is
Yeah,
that
that's
okay?
Totally, yeah.
Okay, I was
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I'm gonna cast this at 2nd level, which I believe.
Yeah, it's another D8 damage. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. And boop boop doo doo. Oh, I gotta hit a
Wow.
different button.
So that'll be
is-
4d8 damage per person if they hit.
If it hits. So first one with
What type of-
advantage.
What type of damage are you attacking them? What type of energy?
Cold damage.
Cool. Okay, so what was the first hit? I apologize.
No, it's okay. So the first one's a 9 with advantage at the crow guy.
With advantage. That does not hit.
And I'm gonna, like, as I shoot it, I'm gonna try to do the piccolo beam where he like kind of moves it after he throws it and he goes, come on, traveler, hook me up. And I'm gonna use the ability favored of the gods to see if I can't add a proper 2d4 to get that up to something. It's gonna go up to a 13. Is it 13 hit?
13 doesn't hit.
Okay, that's okay.
As it does seem to hit their form, but it looks like they have some sort of like mostly translucent magical barrier around them, some sort of mage armor around them. So it would have hit him had that not been already up.
And you just hear Nox shout, motherfucker, as they throw the second one. That one is gonna be a crit.
I love it. So it's gonna be 8d8 cold damage on this other guy.
Oh boy.
What level are you guys? Jesus.
4.
That's nasty.
Glad.
Well, at least that makes up for the first miss, Tyler, in my opinion. In Volt's opinion, too, I think that's acceptable.
When you see him shout motherfucker, he gets mad, and all of a sudden the ice spell of the chromatic orb just all of a sudden just doubles, triples in size, and he hurls it. It shines across the ground, clearing fog, and it blasts into this guy for 42 full damage. Does that kill him?
Yeah.
Just making sure. Okay, it kills him. Okay, are you sure?
Oh, absolutely. And when it does hit him, he explodes and icicles shoot out, dealing the remainder of the damage to the other guy. Whatever overage there was on his hit points went to the other guy.
I see
Not
that.
killing him, but being very close to dead.
And it's kind of like the situation where I hit a gutter ball, but the second one, cleans the entire thing up, pins up, and it's like, okay, I like that. Promotion
Happy
for you.
mistakes.
And I'm right next to Sparkle Spark. How far away is the guy that's attacking Vol right now?
The guy that's fighting him, like right in front of him, or the wizard that was targeting him?
The guy that's fighting him directly. Melee.
I mean 5 feet in front of him. Magdor and him are just like standing in front of him.
How far am I from them?
Oh, you're 15 feet away, yeah.
Okay. As my bonus action, I can move the spiritual weapon up to 20 feet and attack. So I'm just gonna, and that spiritual bastard sword is going to swing at the guy that's in front of Vol.
With advantage because it's on the opposite side of your allies. Did you crit again?
I critted.
Awesome.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm confused by that. I was not Okay, look, I'm not used to critting. I'm never. Okay. Anyways, that's gonna do
I don't crit, he said, and then crits 2 turns in a row.
3 times total.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're killing it today, buddy.
Nah, Jesus. For 9 force damage.
9? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that this guy was already worse for wear, and it seems as though he's on death's doorstep. As that, he felt as though he had the upper hand in this fight, and then Vol turned it around. Magdor just fucking mocked him by walking up and doing nothing and asking him if he was done yet. You blew up one of his people with ice, and then your sword fucked him up in the back, and he is nearly dead, like on his knees in front of you, Vol. Now even lower with you looming over him. Anything else you'd like to do, Nox?
I'm gonna walk the 10 feet I'm permitted to, just because the effects of the, was it Frostbolt? I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, the
I s-
Frostbolt took 20 feet
Ray of
off your
Frost.
speed. Yeah.
So
Ray
I'm
of
gonna
Frost,
walk
thank you.
10 feet towards the other mages, and I'm just gonna, say, time for a conference, gentlemen. And that'll be it for my turn. You should not give me
All right.
inspiration anymore.
Good work. That was freaking awesome.
Thank you.
That was very cool. Okay.
I agree.
Now it's the wizards' turns, and one of them is going to look at you. The one that got hit by icicles and is going to walk. He doesn't have to walk forward too much, but he's going to anyway, as he gathers lightning energy and shoots a ray of lightning energy at you,
Oh shit.
Nox.
This is where my confidence fails.
What is your armor class?
14.
14. Yeah, that gets you. Now I don't know how much damage it's going to do because spells. They don't add any flat modifiers. That's 18 damage.
May I describe how I dropped to the ground?
Yes, please.
Sure. You see this amazing array, much like the glass cannon archetype. You see him bowling ice balls and obliterating people. He got a good swing in, and he walks forward cockily, cockily, and then this one mage just kind of walks forward, points at him, blasts him, and goes, "Fuck," and drops backwards onto the ground.
Okay. And as you fall to the ground, like losing consciousness, you see him just laugh. Idiots! Not to add insult to injury, but that's these guys' nature. You can tell that. The other one is going to target Vol, as he seems to create a spectral bow made of green energy and shoots it at you. And that is going to be a 19 to hit. Vol?
That hits. But what is it? Elemental energy?
What do you mean by elemental?
I'm asking if I can use absorb elements.
What types of elements can you absorb with elemental? That
Oh, hang on. I believe it was everything except acid or something.
Poison on my thing.
Poison.
so
Would
you can
like me
absorb
to-
psychic energy.
Sorry, acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
It is acid damage.
Okay.
So you're going to use that as a reaction. Absorb
yes,
elements?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you will have the damage taken, gaining resistance to 10 acid damage. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. 10, 13. 13 acid damage.
So half down to 6?
6.
Okay.
Okay, so I take 6 damage.
6 acid damage, and you can feel that there's bits of this acid on you still. So at the start of your next turn, you will take more acid damage. That is Melf's acid arrow.
Okay.
And that's the end of this person's turn. And now we are back to the top with the person in front of you who is on death's door but doesn't give no fucks. And he's going to try and kill you, seeing a bit of an opportunity with you covered in acid, making 2 attacks with his long sword. Never put baby in a corner. Except when you roll 2 things lower than a 14 and he misses twice. And now it is your turn, Vol. But he is standing.
I am
Oh,
going
yeah,
to.
sorry. At the beginning of your turn, how long do you have that resistance to acid?
Let's see. It doesn't. You have resistance until the start of my next turn.
Until the start of your next turn. So you're going to resist this as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's only 5 this time. So you only take 2.
Okay.
But now it is your turn.
I'm going to swing. You said this man was dead, like close to dead.
Oh, he's hurt. He's real hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna swing with my offhand first.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
Does.
So that's gonna be 4 plus.
How do you kill him?
No, I want to get the full number, please, Glenn. Please let me get the full number first, Glenn.
He needs this.
Use my absorb elements.
Plus another d6. For a total doesn't matter, for a total of 8 damage. Does that kill him, Mr.
Oh,
Dungeon
yeah.
Master?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, it does.
Um,
Is this like Men in Black? You stick the poison thing down his throat, you know? Like,
I was gonna say just right through his like forehead.
oh, great. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Even better. Direct. Very much like Bolt.
Yeah.
Just greenish energy on it, though, like into
Yeah.
his head, and it seeps, the acid seeps out of his eyes as they turn green and he falls to the ground. And on the other side of that, you see Nox dying on the ground.
I'm gonna turn to Magdor. Tell him one of them is weak. The other fucker is mine, and I'm gonna run at the one that shot me with the bow.
Okay, yeah, he's about 30 or 40 feet away from you, because he was 30 feet away from the cart, and you were 15 feet away from the cart, and he moved forward 5 feet, so he's 40 feet away.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm still gonna do that. And because he died,
Do you have
I'm gonna
40 feet of
use-
movement?
no, I have 30, but I'll still move towards him.
Okay, cool.
And because he died, I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark onto that last wizard.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
did
I'm
your
just-
offhand attack already, which is technically your bonus action.
Huh. That's true. That's true. That's true.
If you are willing to give up your full action, I'll let you do the same thing.
I wasn't gonna do anything else. I was just gonna stand
That's
there
great.
and stare at him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
burn your full action. If you burn your full action to do it, I'll let you do
Yeah.
it still, because that's still a net loss for you, action
Right.
economy wise. So I'm okay with giving that up for that.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
gonna put myself in between his line of sight of everybody else, and I just want him focused on me.
Got it. I love it. Very cool. Cool. This is turning out to be a really good fight. Hopefully somebody helps Nox soon. And Magdor, it is your turn. Speaking of someone who can help.
I'm gonna go walk up to
The wizard.
Nox,
Oh.
and I'm gonna look down at him now.
His crispy body.
Kind of give him a light kick. Like, hey, you faking again? And look down and
He coughs a
Kick
little
him
bit
dead.
and just like smoke comes out. Smells like burnt hair.
you're not looking too good, are you? I guess I can help this one time. You're not going to yell at me, are you? I think you yelled at me last time for healing you. And I'm gonna put my real hand on his chest and do cure wounds.
Cool. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Ooh, and I'm gonna heal him for 8.
Okay.
Nice. And it should be noted too, when you went unconscious, your sword went away, right?
Yes, that is,
Concentration.
it is not concentration, actually.
It's not concentration?
You're right, but I feel like the spell would end if I
I do.
drop.
If you're not conscious, you can't even like think. Well, but it does say if it's not commanded, it just no, it doesn't defend itself either. It's not like a familiar.
If I could, I'll give like the spark notes. You create a
Yeah.
weapon that lasts for the duration or until you cast a spell again. So we
Great.
got
It
that.
doesn't say until you fall unconscious. Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't say. So it's
still there.
bullshit. It's bullshit, but it's still there. It wouldn't
rule-
do
it's there.
anything. It would have just stood there for
Yeah.
the next, 54 seconds. But
Big spectral broadsword just hanging out, floating.
I
in
am
the area.
awaiting your commands.
Why aren't you talking?
yeah, you see me like spit out lightning. Fuck.
All right, Magdor, that was your full action, though. Yeah. Did you want to do anything else?
For bonus actions, can you do cantrips?
As long as it has a casting time of a bonus action, or if you're a sorcerer with a quickening spell.
That is it for me.
Okay. Did you not want to move closer to either of the wizards or anything? Because you've only moved like 10 feet out of your
Oh, he's only
movement.
10 feet? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll move closer to the other wizard.
Yeah, because remember, he started to move towards you guys as well. So
Oh. Oh. I'm gonna walk away. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk away.
like Kelly
I'm gonna
Clarkson.
turn back to Vol, or sorry, to Nox. Be like, maybe a little more. I'm gonna do healing word.
Cannot do.
It says bonus action.
Yep, but it's
Yep.
two. You can't cast two leveled spells in the same
Oh.
turn.
Garbage.
So you could do like healing word and then cast a cantrip with a casting time of an action, but you couldn't. Yeah.
All right. Well then, because I already said that, I'm gonna cast sanctuary.
Which is an
Oh, it's
Cantrip?
the same level. No,
Yeah.
same level. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm done. Nope,
You
I'm
don't.
done.
Do you want to
I'm outta
move
here.
at all? So you walked up to him, put your hand on him, and you want to stay there. Do you want to move towards the guys?
I'm still gonna move and I'm still gonna try to cast a spell, but nothing's gonna happen. I'm just gonna hold my hand up and then be like, I'm still new to this. And
You
then
hold the
put it
wrong
back
hand
down.
up and you try to cast a spell.
Through your warhammer. Beauty, why aren't you working? Great. All right. Good job, Magdor. Nox, you're up. Conscious now, alive, and feeling quite better. How many hit points did you recover on that one?
A majestic 8.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna use half my movement to Vampire Rise. You see that Charlemagne's hair was once slicked back like a greasy car salesman, but it's now static, shooting everywhere. And they are not looking as composed or cocky as they were before. I'm gonna look around.
Like an angry drow Albert Einstein.
Yes, thank you, Glenn. You're the best. I'm gonna go give a quick look around. Can you describe what I see in front of me right now?
You can see that it looks like in the time that you had gone down and been brought back, this guy with a feather in his cap has been taken down by Vol. Magdor has brought you back and begun to face, and Vol has charged the weaker looking wizard that is left remaining, and there are two left. One who is very hurt and one who looks like they haven't taken a lick of damage.
And one of those wizards shot the acid arrows, correct?
The one that the one that shot the acid arrows is the one
Not that I
Vol
would
is
know.
Not charging.
Not that I
you
would know.
didn't- Yeah, you
You're
don't
right.
know that. But the one that Vol is charging is the one that had taken you down previously.
Okay, that's easy enough. And how far away is that guy from me?
About 35 feet.
Okay. And I'm gonna like not as confident of a snap. I'm gonna just go as my sword moves 20 feet towards it, just kind of bouncing off the ground. Well, it's floating, but it's like it's clanky at this point. It understands the will of its master, but Nox or Charlemagne is not doing so hot right now, and I'm gonna look like just like licking my chops a little bit. I am clearly
Tastes like
disheveled.
iron.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go, that was pretty fucking good. Gross, hit that motherfucker for me. And I'm gonna have the crow swipe at that one that Vol is also going after to give myself advantage, as I'm going to go for round 2 as I use the rest of my sorcery points to twin my last second level slot for a chromatic orb.
Beautiful.
I'm
So
gonna-
you have advantage on the hurt one and a regular attack on the second.
Yes, and like there's no flair or style to this one. He looks like
Yeah,
dog
Pierre-
shit. And
give yourself some credit. He's beautiful.
this one's
A
gonna
little
be
staticky.
thunder damage just for old time's sake because I love messing with that. This first roll is gonna be against a guy with no advantage.
Okay.
And that's that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
You're almost crit again.
Well, if I had advantage on that, I would have critted, yes. But-
oh man, so
I-
you said it was the first guy. Okay, you
No,
definitely
it's
hit.
Okay. I'll do the second roll with advantage against this guy,
Did you crit?
and I critted again.
Awesome. I mean, how do you guys for this first guy or for the second guy? He's low enough. I don't think. Well, let's have you roll it to see what.
I was gonna say, I
happens. You
could get.
not kill him.
Was it 48 at level 2? Yes. Roll 48
Well, it's 48,
at second level. Thunder.
8d8.
Well,
'Cause you
for
crit.
the second guy. This is for the guy that I didn't crit on.
Oh, for this guy. Okay, this is the non-crit. Okay.
That's gonna be 18 thunder damage to him.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, that hurt a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, this one's gonna probably hopefully hurt a little bit more.
I would think.
And
Oh.
yes.
I'm sorry, you can't not kill him, but I want to hear how much damage you deal.
Okay, and
It's 8d8, right?
yes. Not as majestic, but still above the average. I got 34 thunder damage against him.
How do you kill that guy? As he had 8 points, so even if you rolled a 1 on every die, you would have killed him.
Fuck, okay. I just kind of bark, bull! I didn't miss! As I shoot and I hit both of them. And, what does look like when the spell hit these guys?
Oh, you're gonna let me narrate that? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
down for it. Okay,
No,
great. Yeah.
I've tuned my
So-
own horn. You just do your thing, buddy.
So the two doors appear, and you kind of like just weakly snap to have them do it, but the result is astonishing. As one takes a significant chunk of damage and gets knocked on his ass, and the other one, as the air vibrates around this thing in kind of like a focused beam of vibrating air, he like literally shakes to a point where he starts bleeding out of every pore in his body and just falls to the ground dead, as it seems as though he has literally been shaken to death.
Y'all need Traveler in your life. Jeez.
Well, they got it now. Anything else for you?
I'm gonna use my action to drop prone because I just had the shit kicked out of me. I got back from near death. I went from 1 to 10 again, and then it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I all-mighted a little too much there. Yeah, that's gonna be it for my turn.
Great, good job. That was awesome. It's the last wizard's turn, and he is not going away without
Kill
a
me.
fight. As
This is
he
the one that I'm
runs
charging,
forward.
correct?
No, he killed the one that you were charging.
Oh.
You were charging the hurt one, and he was vibrated to death. Now the other one looks at you as looks to his right as you were charging
Wait,
that way
no,
past him.
I was charging the one that shot me with the arrow.
Oh, you were? Okay, so that
Yes.
you're charging at the one that was hurt less, but still hurt. He runs towards you, seemingly reciprocating this, but seeming a little weird as some sort of it's a weird gesture because you're obviously larger and much more martially adept than he is. But then he poof, disappears in like a weird billow of smoke, and then you hear that poof behind you, specifically behind you, Nox.
Oh, me?
As you hear on either side of your head what sounds like crackling energy, and you can see behind you now, as you both Magdor and Vol turn around, you see he's got your now seated friend who is like just superbly exhausted from expending all of this arcane energy, has his hands on either side of his head, apparently ready to cast a spell, and he says, "Move," and he dies. And that's going to be his turn. Now it's back to the top. Vol, what are you gonna do?
How far away am I from him?
25 feet.
Throw me.
Nectar, you're not next to me. I can't throw you.
Who said that?
Bum,
was
bum,
weird.
bum. Oh. Throw me.
How weak is he?
He looks pretty hurt. I mean, that Thunderblast was nothing to, you don't stick a stick at that shit. It would just blow up the stick. It's a weird analogy.
Can I make eye contact with
Oh,
with
yeah.
Vol?
You can see both Vol and Magdor in front of you.
I make a look over at Vol, and I kind of give like a woozy nod, and I'm gonna mouth the words, and he knows because of his observant feet. I'm gonna mouth the words, "Do it."
I'm gonna charge him.
As soon as you move.
And I'm gonna look up and use unsettling visage against this guy to give him disadvantage. I'm
Okay.
gonna look
I
up
was
at this.
rolling with advantage, so I will re-roll.
Okay. I'm assuming he's using like
With-
inflict pains or something like that, like a melee
No.
spell attack.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm prone. You'd roll with disadvantage
know.
anyways. Oh,
Well,
Okay.
prone with somebody like right next to you doesn't, in my mind, work the same. Since you're sitting down, like aesthetically, he just went, haha, like prone is harder to hit when you're far away because they
so
are
he's
less of a
right
target.
next to me doing a ranged spell attack.
Effectively, but it's Witch Bolt. It's a short range spell.
Okay, I'll work with you. I'll stare at him, and he sees my face gloop away, and I say, "Ain't got the balls." Glenn just froze in place. How do I die? Rolled a 2 or a 20.
A 20.
Okay, that's with disadvantage.
Well, he had advantage. Your disadvantage because of settling visage made him roll with just one dice.
Okay,
So it negated his advantage. And now I'm rolling 4d12.
yeah, this could kill me.
How many hit points do you have normally?
26. So if you do over 34 damage, I believe that'll kill me.
I dealt 25 damage.
Okay.
Okay, not enough to insta kill you, but holy shit.
So that does what? 17.
Yeah,
I'm
but
in-
it's only one.
17.
Yeah, it's only one attack. So, but still, yeah. So it doesn't knock you. You just mid death saves again. Just electrocutes you. And now that is on your turn, Vol. So you see him just electrocute your friend once again as he just smokes even more, his skin crackling and bleeding as burns pop up on his skin. It is now you're able to continue your turn because that was his held action.
I'm gonna swing twice
Okay.
after I move in his range. Hang on.
Okay.
Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit.
Fuck. Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
God damn it. Okay, I'm right in his face.
You are. And that was action, bonus action, movement. Cool. Magdor. Magdor. This is a crazy fight. I'm really
Yeah, it is.
happy
It's
with- like this is
0 to
nuts.
10,
You
back
guys
to
are
0
going,
to 10, back to negative 17.
Bring him back.
Give me a second. I was expecting Vol to kill him, so I wasn't ready for this.
I was too. I had no idea. I was like, because
I was too.
owned that other guy. He was like, haha, I got you once, and you're like, haha, you're basically dead.
He'll never admit it, but the emotions have gotten to full.
Okay. Because he's seen now. Yeah, you've seen Nox go down twice in the same fight.
All right, so he's already used his action, so I can move without repercussion. Correct?
Yep. He's already burned his reaction. Yeah, his reaction is gone because he used that to hold his action.
All right, so I'm just gonna walk up to him and I still got Beautiful and my other Warhammer in my hands,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to try to gong him. Take both of them and smack him on the head.
Oh, on either side of his
Together.
head.
Jesus.
Great.
Yeah. Be like, I'll show you. Look at him and be like, I'll show you a head spell. You know, Magdor's not clever like that, but
I'll
I'll
show
show you how
you.
to- I'll show you how to attack someone's head.
Okay.
So, 2 24s
Yeah, they both hit.
for 21 damage.
Yeah. Is this lethal or non-lethal?
Oh wait, sorry, those are 25s each. Because I forgot I
Each?
get the +1.
Oh, okay. I was about
Like,
to say
for- yeah, no,
25
no.
damage each. What the fuck? You
No.
guys are level 4. What the
Yeah,
hell?
there's no way we should be able to do that much damage.
No. There were 25s to hit. So,
Tyler,
but it
you
was
hit
21.
a 42.
I know that's the joke.
But it was 21 total damage. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it lethal or non-lethal?
I'm mad. This could be lethal.
Great. Yeah, you Gallagher his head like a weird ass watermelon. So squish, splat, and we are out of combat.
He does have
I
a
did not
bonus
mean to
action
make that
for any bonus healing spells if he wants to use them, but that's up to
I-
him. I'm dead.
I do it. And
I mean, we're out of
We're
combat,
dying.
so you can just say you're doing it if you want.
As a
Yeah,
free action, can
so-
I do a death fart?
He farts.
Okay, thank you, rigor mortis.
can he last 10 minutes?
Ooh.
Yeah, 18 seconds at worst.
18 seconds. All right, so I'm going to.
If he fails 3 saves once every 6 seconds, he's dead. Now you can
Bonus
just make a
action.
medicine check to sustain him, or you can use a spell to immediately have him be conscious.
So I'll do medicine to sustain him.
'Kay.
First here. So
If you fail, it's counted as a failed death save.
I got 15.
Great, yeah, you do sustain him. It's simple enough for somebody who understands how to make sure someone's not dying, which you know how to do, and you're able to get him to a place where he's set up correctly. He's not going to choke on his own saliva or anything. You get some water to him. You start to bandage up all of his burns, but it looks like some of these burns may stick around for a little while.
Can I do so? He's stable.
He is no longer
look at-
dying.
Yep,
I'm gonna
at 0
look at
hit points, I
Vol.
believe.
Look at
You
Vol
will
and be
come
like,
back within the next 4 hours. I know how many hours you'll come back in.
Cool.
With 1 hit
Me
point.
too.
Is it pointful to heal him then?
I mean, he'll come back in less than 4 hours with 1 hit point. No
If
matter.
you want me
what.
to wake
You
up
heal him.
immediately, you would have to actually heal me, yeah.
So I'm gonna look at Vol and be like, "Hey, we got a couple minutes. You wanna look over the horse? I'm gonna see what I can do with this one."
Yeah, let me. And then I'm gonna carry up Nox and then place Nox in the cart.
And I'm gonna hop up on the cart and start channeling prayer of healing.
An unconscious tear runs down their face as Vol picks him up.
Awesome.
And then while Magdor's doing that, I'm gonna recheck the area. I still have the goggles of night on.
Mhm.
I'm gonna collect all the bodies together, lay them out in a line in like the wood in the forest area,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna search them all.
Great. Yeah. Roll 3d8, a d10, and a d12.
Also, all three of us heal for 12 damage or 12 healing.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. In 10 minutes, right?
yeah,
for prayer
in
of
10
healing?
minutes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so a 3d8, a d10. Did you say?
And a d12.
Forgive me, I missed. What's going on here? Is he stabbing
He's
the bodies?
he's looking over the bodies. Yeah.
Okay, so for the 3d8, I rolled a 13.
Okay.
For the d10, I rolled a 7,
Okay.
and for the d12, I rolled an 11.
So you get 31 silver pieces off of all the bodies, along with another 6 gold.
31 silver and 6 gold. No items of any.
I mean, they
Not
have
really.
They have
various
weapons and stuff
different-
that we can sell, I
Yeah.
guess.
one of
hook.
them does have
The hook.
spyglass, as well. Like he has a spyglass, and they each have like one of them has like a decent looking, you know, seafaring longsword, some chainmail that they're wearing. One of them has a hook and a light hammer, like we had talked about. As well as let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, there's a couple component pouches from the spellcasters, but other than that, nothing crazy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Toss
grab
them
those
over his
little
shoulder. Fuck those.
knickknacks, and then
You know,
take
the
them back.
spyglass is actually worth a decent amount if you wanted to snag that.
Yeah, so spyglass. I'll take the sword. I'll take the hat. Fucking
Okay.
hat with the
I'm
feather guy.
I'm gonna yell over to him, but oi, Volt, give me that hook.
All right, and then I'm gonna grab the hook.
And this is technically this sword. It looks like a longsword at first, but you pick it up and it feels a little more deft. It's actually a saber or a cutlass, some would call it. It deals a D8 slashing and it is light and finesse. So it's the
Okay.
exact same as a rapier, but instead of piercing, it deals slashing.
Okay. And then I'm gonna grab the component pouches. And
Okay.
yeah.
There's 3 component pouches, spyglass, cutlass, and a dope ass pirate hat. And then 10
So
minutes
then-
goes by as you channel this prayer of healing. And how many? You all gained 12 hit points, right?
Yes, yep. It's
Amazing.
6 creatures in my sight.
You're able to get it to the point, especially for your very burnt, electrified friend. You're able to get most of the burns to back to the skin back to its normal form, but there are certain bits around the cheek and a couple bits on his arm where the crackling energy looks like it may have caused some semi-permanent damage to his skin.
I look down and I'm like, you could change that, can't you?
I guess at this point, Nox at this point, back in their, I'm gonna say probably changeling force after being brought down to death twice, or death's knees twice. Kind of like is looking around like they're just woken up from their medically induced coma at this point, and it's like, huh? Why?
Your arm, you got some weird marks on it.
I look and I see my goopish grayish skin and I see the marks. I just kind of, okay. And yes.
By the way, did you see what I did to that guy's head? It exploded like a grape.
And then we win. We win.
Yes.
I say I wouldn't have known at that point, unless.
At this point, Vol's walking back up. I would like to say we won, but in reality, you won, Nox. You took out 3 on your own. That's more than me and Magdro combined.
I was counting. Fuck, I need a smoke. I'm gonna try to do the disguise self. What happens, Glenn, when I try to change the color of my skin?
You're able to mostly mask it.
Okay.
It looks like an old scar when you try to fix it. But the skin is still somewhat lighter as it would be depending on the skin tone that you choose.
Okay. Then we'll just kind of go, well, can I have a Big Mac?
Well, I don't think we're too far out. You definitely deserve a rest. Gonna plop down all them things. Like, we should probably keep going.
We got food at home.
McDonald's.
Pops open the trunk under the seat and like, all right, just help yourself to whatever you have, whatever we have for now. And we'll get ourselves sorted out in Luskin. And I'm gonna head back to the driver's seat.
I'll
I'm gonna
meekly go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna kind of mutter, like, he only got the first kill because I weakened him. Just kind of mutter that to myself.
I go over
kill's a
to
kill.
like, the rations, and like I pull out the space food equivalent of a Big Mac. This is dried, like it's the dried bread, and then maybe I'll take some of the dried mutton I'll put together. Like Nox is hungry as shit after like using all his energy. He is bone dry right now on almost everything. His magic, his spell slots, his even almost his life at a certain point. And they're hungry as shit.
You're
I'm all-
snarfing down on this dried equivalent of a Big Mac in the back of the cart.
All bones over here.
Where
Wait,
Magdor works on. Are you? You know, sorry.
That's what I was gonna say. Where's my scroll? And I'm gonna look around for it. And,
Yeah, you find it. It's
I'm
just
assuming
it was
find
sitting
it.
where you left it.
don't you think we should stop and rest, Vol? Or are we gonna keep going?
How far are
starting
we
to feel-
from Luskin?
Fuck if
You know
I
that
know,
you could
Vol.
get here if you for the most part you believe that you were only you within a few hours should have been Luskin.
Maybe we should just go the rest of the way and get there.
I think so. Two of you should rest up. I didn't take too much from that. We'll make it.
Was there any cool magic shit? Yeah, besides, you know, like I do like a two thumbs over at myself.
There were just some pouches over there, and Vol would have pocketed the spyglass for himself, by the way.
Okay.
But on everything else, I would have put back that there was a hat, a cool weapon, and some pouches off the wizards.
They seem like they had the drop on you, like they had some way of seeing further than you. Did you find anything like that? Like a telescope or something?
No, I don't understand how.
No, I believe you.
That one got snuck up on me.
That was crazy. Well, Vol, I mean, and like they're gonna try to like full on turn into their halfling form, or not halfling. Hey you guys, no, we're gonna say that for a different nightmare. Half elf form, and go. Oh, this is. Oh, it's like trying to walk after you eat too much kind of sensation. Like it's difficult. Like I can do this. All right, cool. Like, they're just gonna keep thumbsing up.
All right, rest up. And before we set off, I'm gonna go back off, skulk into the woods, and then retrieve my bow, and then come back to the cart, and then
Got it.
off we go.
And
As I fall asleep, I'm gonna be like, huh. Is it still a little foggy? Or does the
Yeah,
fog
it's mostly
dissipate over
dissipated
time?
at this point, though.
are we passing by
Crazy
any of
weather out
the
here.
corpses?
What about it? What's that?
Are we passing any of the corpses as we continue on?
I lined him
believe
up in
he
the
pulled 'em off into
forest.
the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled them off, so you wouldn't see him. They'd be under the foliage.
Okay. I'm just gonna take 2 copper out and just like throw it over the wagon and go, severance packages, you fucks.
Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry. That was really good.
If you want health insurance, you can forget about it.
I mean, there were 2 that got their heads blown off, so 2 copper pieces, so 2 severance packages. You get it?
Ah!
You get it?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. If I ever get inspiration, that's going cheap for that joke. That's beautiful.
So you continue forward then, yes, full?
Yes.
Awesome. So you make your
Second
way
fight.
into in through this thicket of wood, and it's probably only 30 or 40 feet to make your way through it, and then it kind of snakes its way back to the left and north. And you continue for about an hour and a half, and then as you crest a hill, you can see in the distance along the coast the lights of a town. And actually, having this spyglass on your person, you realize that having had it on your person for over an hour, you realize that it is magical.
Go on.
It's
I was
It's-
about to ask if I could start casting detect magic, not for the the spyglass to something completely different. So when you say that, it's like, nope, I'm not
There
going
we
to do
go.
that now.
Spyglass of Eagle Sight. Well, no, if you were going to do it for another reason, that's totally fine. You'll just notice this as well.
I was just going
Spyglass
to
of Eagle Sight.
do it for,
Okay.
after 10 minutes, but go ahead. Just to check for
So-
booby traps.
While you use it, you have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Also, in conditions of clear visibility, you can make out details of extremely distant creatures and objects as small as 2 feet across.
Okay.
So it's
What's
just
the,
really, really
distance on
useful.
that?
It just says in clear you can extremely distant. So, because I think normal
mile or something
visibility
like that?
over flat terrain is like 2.5 miles.
Okay.
So you can see them from a long ways away.
Okay.
But it's not required attunement, so anybody could use this.
Okay.
And you did say you wanted to cast detect magic for a completely different reason. What was that? Was there the reason there?
I was paranoid that there was going to be more wizards in the area. I was going to see if there as we like get ready to head off, I was going to see if I can't get any senses of either magic from the corpses as we prepare to take off, or any booby traps, because we got hit
No.
with some kind of fog.
Yeah, are you burning a first level spell for that?
This is ritual, so it's going to take some time.
Yeah, so it takes time. So you wouldn't actually be able to get it before you guys leave, as he does take off not long after that conversation ends. But if you wanted to keep it active once you guys continue, just to make sure there's no like magical sensors or anything like that, did you want to do that?
Yeah, just to see if like maybe we can follow the trail of like a wizard that ran away as we're heading off or something like that.
Yeah. What 10 minutes in, as soon as
Yep.
it pops, you kind of notice all the things you expect to notice, except for something coming from within Vol's cloak,
Okay.
which seems to have some sort of enchantment school magic on it.
And I just look around, like I see that, but I just kind of look around. Do I see any kind of traces outside the cart within 30
No.
feet?
No, yeah, nothing odd. Your knowledge of the arcane, which is inherent as a sorcerer, you realize that was probably like a fog cloud spell that one of them activated, or that was triggered by something, but
Oh, okay.
nothing crazy. Yeah, it's a pretty simple or low level first level spell that, a lot of wizards know. So
I'm still hazy. I just kick back after doing a quick scope around.
okay, all right. And after another half hour or so, you guys relaxing in the back, you're able to get up to the city gates. And you can see that this town, as you've entered down, has several pretty distinct areas. As one is a dock that looks, actually, it's dark, so you can't really see too much. But as you enter the city through the gate, the southern gate of the city, you hear some yelling, and it sounds like in certain and some area of the town off to your west, which would be your right. You hear what sounds like some sort of fight or combat is going on, and people are walking towards that from all directions in the town. Yeah.
So like
we should have stopped for a McDonald's.
So like we've gone through the gates. Then
Yeah.
we're like riding through town.
You're in, yeah. Well, I mean,
do it-
just right in. Like you're not. I won't assume that
Okay.
you've gone too far in, because I do also want to find a photo of that for you. This is Luskin. There it is. There you go. Boom, a picture of Luskin just for you guys. So yeah, we'll describe this. So you're coming in at the south gate into the
Understood.
larger kind of. What's up?
No, I said okay. Understood.
Okay. And there are some ruins off to the right, that look like they're just old bits of town. You know that from your own basic knowledge of the Sword Coast in the northern area is that Luskin was built on an old ruin. But you enter and there's kind of like a residential / market sort of district where a lot of the stuff is mixed here as far as what's there. You can see the river Marar kind of running through the middle. This is all things you would have seen from higher as you came down in. opposite some fortress-looking areas and kind of like what
Ooh.
looks like a warehouse district on the northern side, the northern shore of this
Oh
town.
gosh.
But all of it
Those
is
are where the
walled in.
werewolves live.
The warehouse. Yes.
Don't get splinters, they'll turn you.
So as we just enter the gate, do I see anybody that looks like a guard or?
There are some guards, but most of them are distracted talking. Some of them are changing money between their hands. Is oft actually not to your north; it would have been to your south a little bit. You hear the sounds of shouting and combat.
Well, I'm gonna call out to the closest guard. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Well, me and my friends, we're just traveling through. Where can we house our horse and cart?
Probably an inn.
Could you point me to the closest inn?
Just one moment. And he's talking to his friend quietly. And he says, and he whispers to him a little bit, looks over you, kind of.
What is he saying
oddly.
to Vol? Yeah,
Can
but
I-
he can read lips.
Yeah.
But he's talking. He's looking to the side and he's covering his mouth.
Oh,
quietly
okay.
talking to him.
Okay. I tried helping you.
You did. And he says, 7 sails in. A little bit north, unless you're a betting man.
Not tonight. No, we're weary from the travel, but I do
Yeah.
like to bet. I'll come back later.
I heard
It's
that.
fine.
I'm not weary. I'm not weary. I want to see you bet for. You said you're a good bettor. You said you could beat anybody.
Your friend seems to think you should be over at the captain's court.
This
Oh,
man,
at the prisoner's carnival.
this Goliath, is the undefeated champion of all the Sword
Quiet,
Coast.
Knox.
Oh, not to fight. To bet. Unless you're interested in fighting.
Yes.
How about this? Why don't we just turn in our horse and cart and then we'll come back to you?
Do
He's
that
probably
quickly.
lying.
The fights will be over soon. And they kind of like lean back and just kind of stand and talk amongst themselves. There's 2 of them, and he just kind of ignores you at that point.
And then I'm gonna continue north.
Yeah, several streets over, several streets to the north, you find a place called the 7 Sails Inn. It is constructed of huge timbers that resembled a shark's fin on the top of it, and each window has boxes containing flowers. But these flowers look a little wilted now that it is getting colder outside. And then, yeah, there's a couple stairwells on the outside leading to second levels, but you can go in easily in the. And there's places to tie off the horse.
What are the atmospheric conditions like here, weather-wise?
Weather-wise, it is it's something you've kind of been working into. Granted, you're from Neverwinter, so it's not like you're not used to being in a port town. But it is a little more humid here. The air is definitely full of moisture, despite the fact that it is still windy. So it almost feels heavier here. Equivalently to, from going from LA to fucking like Portland or something, like it's still the coast. You still are near the ocean, but it now feels a little denser, a little moister.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're here. Wakey.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm gonna go in, tend to the horse, tie off the cart, get our supplies, and I'll get us a room or rooms depending on what they have, and then Bolt's just gonna walk straight in.
And it should be noted, this is on the South Bank, on a street
South
called
Bank.
Setting Sun Street,
Okay.
east of a thing called the Needle, a local watchtower. Just so we
You-
have geographic.
You got that lore,
reference.
master? Because you want the inspiration, don't you?
But yeah,
I'm gonna
as you
look
step
over.
inside, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna look over to Knox and say, You got the horse, right? I'm gonna walk into the bar too.
I'm still like slumped over, groaning like I'm hungover at this point, and just, oh, I think you, oh, and I kind of like slurp over the edge of the wagon, maybe drop to the ground, and then I try to like pull myself up and fluff myself out. Hello, Homora, and I'm gonna turn like part of my tunic to where it says "Straight out of Luskin," and I'm gonna, yeah, I guess I'll
I
try.
will let you know there are people in the streets, so if you magically change the type of clothes you're wearing, it might draw some attention.
I'll think how badly once I get into my room how I'm gonna change it to "Straight out of Luskin," and
Okay.
I'll wistfully think about that as I take the horse over to the. I mean, if they're not drawn to the tension of me just dropping straight out of the wagon, I don't know what will. But you know what? That's fair. I'm gonna tie up the horse to whatever looks like a good spot for her.
Yeah, there's an
Okay.
easy tie off up there. Oh, an extra wide part just because you have a cart and everything. You can't like leave the ass end out, so you parallel park it. And then all three of you head inside.
I would look and like, should we have? Like, I'm gonna like look at all the stuff that could easily be stolen, and like, and
Nox
Is-
remembers that Vol did say collect all our stuff and head inside.
I'm gonna give like the deep sigh, knowing that I'm gonna do all the work here, and I'm gonna start grabbing everything I can to put what I can in the like valuable stuff first into the pouch of holding, and then you know, thank you, Vol. And yeah, I'm gonna grab whatever I can to bring it in, kind of like what do they call those people? The bellboy, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Can
bellboy
I
my
retcon
way in.
something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that I've got the jug of alchemy on my back, and the scroll is still on me. Like it never leaves my person.
Sure. Yeah, I kind of assumed that. You said you picked it up, so I assumed you still had it. So you're good.
And then I just grab the jug of alchemy and walk past Vol into the bar.
Great. Yeah,
Just
the
push him
the
aside.
inside of this place, as you open the door, one of these actual bellboys, aesthetically, kind of comes out of the door as they're well dressed and they're holding a missive as if they're delivering a message. And they, excuse me, sir. And they open the door and hold it for you and let you in. And when you enter, it's fine furnishings with this quiet, luxurious atmosphere, and you
Oh
can
God, and then
see
there's us.
steam coming out of like one of the doors off to the right and you can smell the perfume of a bathhouse, and you can tell that this place is very, very nice.
As soon as I walk in, then I'm gonna. Do they have a bar?
Nope, not down here.
Okay. Well, as soon as I walk in, I'm going. Where's the bar? I need ale. Just yell it out as loud as I can.
Excuse me, sir. Somebody from behind the desk says, I can help you.
You've got ale?
No, please come over here, sir.
If you don't got ale, I'm not coming. Fine. I'm
I
gonna
don't
walk
want to
over.
yell across the room anymore. Please come over here and I can tell you where the bar is.
I'm gonna walk over.
Vol's gonna walk as well.
Disdainfully.
Very well. We can speak like normal humans. Normal beings.
I'm not. I was gonna say.
Sorry, I'm an elf. I just sometimes slip into that. Mostly humans up here at Luskin. Now, my friend, the door to your left, right there. And he gestures towards the door. He says, if you go through there, there's a nice restaurant. It will fulfill your need for ale, as you said, or
All right,
whatever type
thanks.
of alcohol you might prefer.
And I'm just gonna walk off.
And he looks confused and then looks to you, Vol, and he says, sir, can I help you?
Sorry about my friend. We need either a room or beds for 3.
And he pulls out like a little ledger, and he checks through it, and he says, "Yes, we have 3 rooms right now available for 3 to 4 persons.
Each room?
Each one of those rooms holds enough space between, you know, sorry, couches or
What is this
Uh,
customer service? Ugh.
there's a single long couch as well as several beds, sometimes 2 couches, depending on the room you choose. You need 3, so I have one that has enough sleeping space for
That'll work. How much would it be for 5 nights?
That will be 10 gold pieces.
Much for 3 nights?
6. It is 2 gold per night. It does include meals and amenities. There's a bathhouse, as well as free use of the bar and eatery once you are a staying guest.
Can I barge in real quick?
Well, I mean,
gonna
you
come
went to the
back.
bar, right?
Use
Yeah, I'm gonna
U-turn.
come back. Gonna come back from the bar. We'll say during the conversation, I've walked up to the bar, and I'm gonna
Okay.
walk back. These prices are outrageous. I'm not drinking here.
And he'll just say, "I'm sorry, sir. If you stay here, everything is free. Dude, there's a limit. Obviously, several drinks per meal, but um, a certain amount is comped when you are a staying guest."
Oh, we're staying here, right? They got free beer.
Yeah, I will take care of it. So I can't remember how much Luskin gold did we receive?
10 apiece, I believe.
10 apiece. Okay.
Yes, that's what I have it
Um,
set for in the character sheet. Don't worry, I got you,
Um,
Glenn.
Thanks, buddy.
So I'm like, all right, we'll just do the 5 nights. Here's the 10 gold, and I'm gonna pull out the Luskin gold.
And he pulls them off, counts it. Choop, 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 choop.
Does that?
Says
I'm
one.
sorry. Does that include like feed and water for our horse?
Oh, you have an animal to be taken in. Yes,
Yes.
the larger rooms come with the stowing and care for animals.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, just simply let me know which is yours. The animal will be taken. Does it have a cart or wagon or anything?
There is a
Do we?
wagon, yes, and it's the most beautiful mare out there on the street. Her name is Sparkle Sparks, and please take care of her.
We will, with the utmost care, sir. And he rings a little bell, and from a door behind him, another one of those similarly dressed younger gentlemen come out, and he says, "Right here," and he hands him a silver piece. He like tipped him a part of what you paid, and says, "Good work, my friend, for being here quickly. Please take care of what color is Sparkle Sparks?
Brown.
Brown horse out front. Is it the only one with a wagon currently?"
Yes.
I think at this
And he
point,
says-
Knox would come in just going, Jesus, this is heavy.
and he goes out, passing. We'll just say he opens the door for you, Knox, as you come in, and you come in saying, "Jesus." He's like, "Sorry, sir, can I help you with that?"
Sir. Sir.
And he takes most of it, and he says, "What room, sir?" And the guy says, "Room 14," and he hands you the key, Vol. He says, "Room 14," and the young man heads up there, and he rings the bell, calls another bellhop out, and they go and take care of Sparkle Sparks.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna follow the one carrying all the stuff upstairs. And as I'm passing Macdor and Knox, I'm like, "Well, room's ready."
Oh,
I'd say
so real quickly,
yes.
and he brings out a box and pulls 3 rings out of them and says, "One for each of you, for your time stay here. It's along with the key. Return it upon checkout, and this will merit you of the amenities that come with staying here.
Ah,
Which
I see.
at each meal you can have up to 2 drinks, a meal, 3 square meals, as well as 1 bath per day."
Understood. Thank you. And I'll take the. Do I take? Is he giving me the box or is he giving me the rings?
He pulls the rings out and then pushes them
Okay.
towards you.
I'll take all the rings. All right, Macdor, Knox. I'd say we should rest, and I'm going to rest. But you, Macdor, you're probably going to go off and drink. Knox, you need the rest. And then I'm just going to go up the stairs.
Like, I meekly nod, like I'm not even going to try to argue with that logic. And I'm just like, I look like a sim that's low in sleep energy, just arms forward, just a little hunched.
And I'm gonna go to the bar, get a meal and some drinks, and then eventually head to bed with them.
Great, yeah, the room is lovely. So it's nice. You come in there, it's larger than any room you've stayed at in a long time, especially having to normally deal with the Beach Leviathan, which does not have the largest rooms. and it's like you know like whatever the where they have the bedposts that go all the way up and they have like the cloth that comes off the side and stuff like that. This place is very nice. It has a nice warm fireplace in there that keeps the chill of outside out. You can close off the shutters if you want. Do you
Which
close
I
or
do
leave the
immediately.
shutters open?
I
You close 'em?
immediately close it as I drop or pop the bra, and I just kind of like you see Nox like pull like two strings, and his entire outfit drops to the ground as he's fully nude. He's like, ah, and they're gonna take the dagger and just kind of stick it in like some kind of crevice he can find to give it like full view of the room.
Awesome. And for you two, is there anything else, Vol and Magda, or anything else you'd like to do before you crash? Just get on that cozy ass bed and lay down, or anything else?
There's the one big bed and like a couple of couches.
Mhm.
Without saying anything, Vol's just gonna set his stuff down and then take one of the couches.
I'll take the couch with him. Curl up on top
I'm
like a
gonna-
cat. No, I'm just
I'm gonna
kidding.
Pick up Nox and then toss him on the bed.
Meow. No.
Yeah.
I'm
Ah.
going to walk up with. Can I bring drinks into the room?
They ask that you leave drinks in the bar.
All right, so
because
I
they
come
don't-
up with a drink.
Nope. They ask you to leave it.
Fine, I got this anyway with my jug of alchemy, and I'm gonna walk away, start drinking away from that,
Okay.
and go up to my room and see them. I'm assuming they're asleep. They passed out immediately.
Yeah, this probably would have happened. Yeah,
I'd
they'd
probably-
probably be asleep by the time you came up.
I would have asked Vol why he's taking the couch when he's way too big for something like that when he needs a bed.
I don't need as much rest as you're going to need.
Why, you trance now?
I wasn't the one that dropped twice in a fight. You need the rest.
And it just like they immediately pass out. Like they're not gonna even try to argue. They sleep spread eagle, fully nude, face up on the bed.
All right, so I'm gonna walk in and just see,
Oh god, this is his first
Yeah.
time.
and just kind of jump back. I think I've been drinking too much again, and just kind of cover them up with the cover. Not looking.
I instinctively
just
kick it
dropping
away.
it. And I'm gonna go to the fireplace, lay down. I'm assuming it's like brick or some kind of protective, because you said it was a wood.
Yeah, it's like a limestone fireplace
Okay,
or
so I'm
slate.
gonna go
Something in there
onto the stone, and I have beautiful in my hand. I'm just gonna cuddle up with it next to the fire.
on the stone. Awesome. So as you all relax and go to sleep, the sounds of an odd town, despite the closed window, still kind of echo in. You can hear the sounds of fighting, shouting, screaming every once in a while, but for the most part, it's buffered out because of the nice place that you've chosen to stay. And we'll pick it up next time with you guys waking up in the morning, attempting to search for Sibsian finally arriving in Luskin. Good job, guys.
Charlemagne, your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. I'm gonna cut you down. You can find me on Twitter at 2times Tyler.
You can find me on Twitter at LR the11th.
I'm at Glenn Houston, 2 N's, looks like Huston.
I'm at Zigzagoon.
Could you
Alright,
spell that
Tyler.
one for me?
Me?
Yeah, you, because I'm gonna search for the Pokemon.
Zigzagoon.
Okay, and then it's Glenn Houston with 2 N's, so GLENSUTHONN. Ignore that
N's.
joke.
N.
Houston.
I'm 100% a fuckface about that. Just follow them, guys. They're great. We are a part of Casual Master Quest, a podcast network dedicated to giving you the video game nose. I said that last time. Video game news and tropes you deserve. You can also have the nose. You can find the show everywhere you can Google and on Twitter at MasterQuestPod. That was Nick. That was Brandon. That was Glenn, and this is Tyler. We'll see you next week with more naked changeling action and another session of Casual Quest Masters. And don't forget to never stop the quest. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, man. I can't believe you tried covering me. You religious.
The crazy thing about that is Hector thinks he's sleeping right now, so when he wakes up in the morning and sees the same thing.
That was the first time you saw me. If I changed